Gotta start booking tickets.
Yeah, man.
Forget tickets. I'm trying to get us media passes.
Oh, do that. That's even perfect. I'm still going to try and get a hotel room in one of those new stadiums. You know they're building hotels in those new stadiums? You do now.
Oh, yeah.
Where's your hotel room? Oh, it's that stadium that they just built, for the Chargers.
Oh, where? You know where Lonzo plays? I'm sleeping right on the court.
Yeah, I'm sleeping there.
I'm sleeping on the court at Staples.
Got a cot.
Anyways, let's
shift gears here.
Basketball is good.
It's great, but football is literally right around the corner.
Literally right around the corner. So let's first start with another Irving.
I don't even know what to say about this.
What is the oddest injury that you've ever heard?
Some kind of ring being torn off?
Listed officially as ripped nipple.
Oh. Listing officially, yes. The craziest one I've ever seen is a man bit another man's ear on a massive sporting event, okay? This happened in our country. Okay? So, there is that. That is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. But ripping a nipple ring out in practice, it actually causes a lot more questions than it does give me answers.
Yeah, so the breakdown of what happened. During Dallas Cowboys practice, defensive lineman David Irving. I don't think he's related to Kyrie at all.
I don't think so.
But they both apparently have rings.
I hope not, for Kyrie's sake.
They both apparently have rings.
Expensive rings,
apparently. Yeah. He had his nipple ring torn out while at practice, which makes sense. He's a defensive lineman. Offensive line, you put your hands right at chest level, so it makes sense.
That question is, what are you doing if you're a lineman wearing a nipple ring in practice?
I was going to save that for the end of this part, but I'll get to it. He was asked by a reporter, why do you have a nipple ring? And he said, because it's my spot.
Oh, my God.
I also heard, was it Wednesday, he spent quite a significant amount of time looking for it. So
no one knew anything that had happened until he went back out onto the field and was looking around.
Where is it?
A reporter asked him what he's doing, and he said, I'm looking for my nipple ring. And the reporter was just flabbergasted.
I would be too. I'm still flabbergasted by this. I don't... Mm-hmm.
They were saying, too, they were comparing, because I guess at one point Julio Jones lost a $150,000 ring jet skiing.
Yeah, and he hired a whole scuba team to go look for it. And they were like, yeah, no, we're not getting that back.
Yeah, no, I hope you had insurance. But, again,
that makes more sense than somebody ripping out your nipple ring in practice.
Yeah, they listed the injury not as undisclosed chest injury, not as upper body injury, not as minor injury, but the official report was ripped nipple.
I can tell you exactly why they did that. I will tell you for sure.
To distract the off-field issues?
Yeah, because anything else that's being talked about, no matter how ridiculous it is for the Cowboys, at least they're not answering questions about effing
Ezekiel
Elliott in the NFL after 2 years, or after a full year and change of this investigation, is still not going to register judgment.
What about, was it Lucky Whitehead?
Lucky Whitehead.
Lucky Whitehead.
Unlucky for him.
He made an idiot out of himself.
His missing dog.
How? How do you make an idiot out of himself?
First off, your dog got stolen, bro. I understand it was an ex-girlfriend, but then it gets put on there by what some kind of, I don't know, YouTube rapper or SoundCloud rapper. It doesn't matter.
SoundCloud's going down.
Yeah, well, shout out to SoundCloud. You're got rappers that kidnap dogs. And now, good thing we're not using that anymore. No, but Lucky, for him to call out and say that, it kind of makes you look petty.
But it wasn't him.
Weren't they still looking for Monte Teal's girlfriend, too?
Yeah, I mean, she's still on the loose.
Where the hell is she?
I don't know. Have you watched South Park? Imagination Land.
Yeah, she's in Westeros with the rest of Game of Thrones. Make believe.
Yeah.
Where you burp where you fart, and you fart where you burp.
Yeah.
Yep, everything's backwards here, apparently. That's the NFL now. People are losing nipple rings, Dogs are
his
getting
whole-
kidnapped. We're hiring scuba teams to find earrings.
Dan, your whole team is just kind of like a bunch of convicts lately. I mean, even right?
I've been saying this for years.
Irving's
You're
death-
biased.
I am, but you guys are one felony away from becoming...
The Bengals.
No, not even the Bengals. You might as well get Crew to be your quarterback because you are the entire
Whoa,
cast.
wait a second. No. The, what was it, 2005, 2006 Bengals, where they had Chris Henry?
Yeah,
on
because
that
the team
team?
from Longest Yard.
They had 19 players arrested in 4 weeks.
Michael Irving was literally a player in the Longest Yard. He was a cowboy who actually was on that team
In all
with
fairness.
Adam Sandler.
In all fairness, the great Kyle Lee was also in that movie. on that team.
True.
back.
Good point. Good point.
Who's back
So,
in this one now, too?
and Bill Romanowski.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah.
Anyways, so yes, ripped nipple.
And to cover up a 4-game suspension, right? This coming season? Or?
Can we just give him the craziest injury of the year award?
No, I'm thinking
we
other.
weren't going to I wasn't thinking we issue this, but this award should be here now because of this situation.
I'm thinking some
gonna-
team is going to try and one up this.
You got a doctor's note for that?
He's definitely the front runner.
Yeah, I mean, like you're gonna have to come up with some really crazy names, like the I can't even
Torn leg hair. Or,
torn leg hair. I was trying to think of like something like creative, like if you get a paper cut in the web of your finger, the Lardarius web effect.
Some nonsense like that.
I mean, you're talking about...
It was toe stubbyitis.
Yeah, toe stubbyitis, stubby chubby.
Yeah.
You talk about
that
MLB...
I don't know. That should even be told.
I mean, you talk about MLB pitchers going on a 10-day DL for a freaking blister on your throwing finger. You know
Or
what I
for
mean?
yelling at a Hall of Famer, because you can ask David Price about that.
Or just completely getting taken off the team because you said Jake Arrieta sucks at getting the ball out on time.
Oh, yeah. He gets straight demoted.
Oh man! Oh,
What a fun year
apparently,
this has been.
apparently there's an injury to Max Scherzer.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
Left in the first inning of the game. Oh,
Sucks to be you.
exactly what I was going to say. Sucks to be him.
Yeah,
That's okay.
seriously.
But anyways, so the ripped nipple, which sounds like a drink, some sort of alcoholic drink.
It should become a drink now.
It should. It should. David Irving looking for his nipple ring. Ripped nipple. It's his spot.
It is his spot. That's
So
for sure.
I think we're good to move past.
Yeah, we can find anything else to talk about.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about contracts.
All right.
So, what is the current highest paid player in the NFL? That's Derek Carr at about $25 million a year, right?
Right now, I believe he is the highest paid player.
Would you
After
say
this
that?
contract.
Would you say that he's worth it?
He's definitely...
I mean, he's very good.
Yeah, I mean,
He's only in
considering how young he is and what he's shown so far, and clearly evident from last year how much he means to this team. Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, so
potential MVP if he didn't.
I mean, this is going up against a lot of what Oakland used to do for the future. They would never give out this money under Al Davis.
they never did more than 2-year contracts.
No, but this is a great change if you're an Oakland Raiders fan.
Yeah.
To actually invest in the future with somebody who is young, talented, and is vital to your team's success.
Yeah, they asked the what's his name, Al Davis' son,
I don't
remember his name
First
either.
name is.
Mark Davis.
Yes, okay.
What the team's priorities are, and they said, well, obviously signing Derek and Khalil. So,
Yes, well, obviously, top three priorities if I was them, Khalil, Carr, and Cooper.
yeah.
I mean, that's your core going forward.
Oh, it certainly is.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch
Oh, I mean,
potentially,
that's a cherry on top of the cherry.
and then on top of the cherry could be Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, that would just be somebody just dousing your sundae in whipped cream.
Yeah.
Are you good?
You
Are
want-
you good? The can's empty. Do you want more?
We got sprinkles. Do you want chocolate? You want rainbow? Or how about gold?
Yeah.
Gold. We'll give you gold.
Gold shards.
Yeah. So Derek Carr doesn't have any off the field issues, right?
Nope.
Pretty
Not that I
upstanding.
know of.
He doesn't run his mouth.
No, he fights through injury. We saw him dislocate a pinky, pop that sucker back in, and come running back out last year.
He does what's asked of him, doesn't, try and fight other players.
No, he seems to be a leader in the locker room, too.
Yeah, so there's a player who does have those off-field issues, goes out and parties at bad times. He is a distraction in the locker room, punches walls, hits kicking nets, and fights players on the field, which isn't that big of a deal if it's occasional, like how Andre Johnson just popped Cortland Finnegan. But when it's week after week after week, player after player after player, that's a distraction. That's a problem. Does that player, no matter how talented they are, sound like a player that should be making more money than Derek Carr?
No.
Probably not, no. But, I mean, in the context of the way that we're going to be getting into this, there's a lot of other factors that go in. Now, the maturity issue is one thing that you need to work on. I mean, realistically, yes, it's not great for him to be promoting this image and having these wild, irrational moments of just
mood swing,
spontaneity, whatever you want to call it. That needs to be driven back. Now, the product that he gives on the field is undeniable. The work ethic when he's at practice is unquestionable.
Right.
There are certain things that are going to cause hesitation for owners and people that are trying to sign people, that you can't do things and you can't conduct yourself in a certain way. If you really want to make the most money in the NFL, being elite on the field isn't good enough. It is everything else that comes outside of the field that factors into that elite money.
If you had to choose one player, let's say you're Roger Goodell, we need a player to be the ambassador to football. We need someone who's exemplary on the field, off the field, and promotes goodness within the brand. Is Odell Beckham Jr. that guy?
No, he's not, but neither is Tom Brady.
Neither is Tom Brady, no.
No, that's just because Tom Brady sucks.
Yeah. Do you know who I think it should be? And we talked a little bit about this
be able
before.
to beat the ball net, though, too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that doesn't help your argument when you get beat up by something that doesn't move.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh, absolutely.
Be Larry Fitzgerald, and you will get money.
Yeah.
That is all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to do anything crazy. Just keep your nose clean, keep your mouth shut, and catch footballs.
But that being said, Odell Beckham, it's so hard for me to sit here and think that a wide receiver is ever going to be the highest paid player in the NFL. It's not logical. You can't want to be the highest paid NFL player when your role on the team is what's the word I'm looking for? Conditioned on the fact of somebody else getting you the ball?
Yeah, now I'm going to have to think about that word. Contingent.
Contingent, thank you.
Yes.
Your role that you do every day is contingent on the ball being delivered to you by the quarterback, and he has other options. So how can you consider yourself, how could you be the highest paid player when the responsibility that is bestowed upon you on your position is not equivalent to other people on the field?
I personally, I recognized immediately him coming out of LSU. When I saw the Giants drafted him, I said, damn, they just got an all-time great.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing that. I hope that he is a Giant for life. I could even understand his argument as wanting to be the highest paid wide receiver. That's realistic. But his comment is unrealistic. But in the same sense, if he wants to use that for his motivation, for why he should be a better person inside and outside of the field, by all means use that. But it's almost asinine to think that that's even a reality.
If I'm the Giants, and I know a lot of people disagree with me on this, I don't know that I want him to be a Giant for life.
Oh, I do.
He's an undeniable talent. He's, in my opinion, the second best wide receiver in the NFL right now. But he plays in a bigger market.
Antonio Brown, I'm assuming, is the number one?
Well, no, it's Julio Jones.
Okay.
He plays in a bigger market than Julio Jones, so he should, by that logic, demand more money than Julio Jones would.
In theory.
In theory. When I say demand, I don't mean like he should go and demand it. I mean the market dictates.
The market should